Hi there, this is Yannis from Arcweave, continuing with this tutorial on the Arcweave plugin for Godot Game Engine. In this last episode, we'll export our Godot game and then perform story updates from the executable. To export our Godot game, we have to go to Project, Export. Then we need to add the template that we want, so I'm gonna add my macOS. Then I need to fix a few things here. Invalid bundle identifier. So I'll just put here healing temple. And now we can proceed. Let me make sure export path. Yeah, inside exports. So I'm gonna make a new folder called tutorial. Export healing temple, and then let's save it. I think I'm good to go. Runnable, yes. Yeah, let's go. Export project. Okay, export with debug. Don't care. Save. And hopefully everything will go well without any errors. We do get the warning about notarization, but there's nothing we can do at the moment for this. So, project export for Mac has been completed successfully. Okay, thank you. Close. Now, I'll just put the Godot editor aside for a while. And let's run our exported game. So yes, here we are, tutorial export healing temple. I will have to extract this. Just drop it in here. And then we can execute our game, our exported game, finally. And here it is. Here is our game. We can play. And everything seems to be working properly. Whoop. Right. Now, the great thing about this is that we can pass this executable file to our writers, and they can use it to test our story in the actual game environment without involving the Godot editor. So now that we have our running game, our running executable, let's have a look at some examples of story edits and ways that we can influence our Godot game by changing Arcweave parameters alone. The first and obvious thing we can do is change some of the dialogue. Anything really, from fixing just a typo to making major changes in a dialogue tree by adding new elements and branches. This will be reflected in our exported game. So, for example, first of all, let's make sure we have our project connected here. If we fetch, yes. Now we see that this is the title, Game Engine Example. Right, so let's do some changes. If I go to my healer here and change this line, "Greetings traveler, may I help you?" With something like "Hello there, stranger. Welcome to the Temple of Tula." And then we can insert another Drake element here. and say oh no, not Tula again. And let's just copy this and add it as the text content here. Before, just insert this part here. Let's see if we can fetch this and restart our game and go to the healer and say, oh no, not Tula again. Right, because yes, the button doesn't really understand BB code. That's a Godot thing. So all we can do is just go back here and change the italics to normal text. Let's fetch and restart. The problem with restarting is that it keeps displaying whatever we had in our Arcweave asset. Also, we may have saved whatever Arcweave project hash we had at the moment of export. So let me switch to this project and save. So now, if we restart, now this is the project we want to be fetching from. Let's fetch from that. Game engine example. Hello there, stranger. Welcome to the Temple of Tula. Oh no, not Tula again. Okay. I'm sorry, I must have taken a wrong turn. No worries, don't be a stranger. So yes, we see that the game plays this new element that we just added. Now the next thing we can do is change any line of arcscript. For example, we can change the points added to Wanda's health to increase the healing potion's strength. So if we go to Wanda's dialogue and find the element where she drinks the potion, we can change 50 to something different, like 79. Go back to our game, refetch, and then we can get the potion. And once we give her the potion, instead of 50 points, so reaching 70, we will now get 99. There you go. Now the next thing we can try is change the sprite's color, and to do that we need to change the value of the color attribute in our character components. We can actually use any of the HTML color names. For example, if we go to Wanda and make Wanda Salmon, and then we can give Drake a nice dark olive green, and finally the healer can be this is case insensitive, by the way. It's just Dodger blue, you can say, or whatever. Dodger blue. Now if we go back to our game and fetch, we see that the colors have changed, and the healer is Dodger blue. In a similar way, we can change the weather to rainy if we go to our environment component and change clear to rain. The moment we fetch, we'll get our little rain cloud. There we are. And we can just walk away in a bad temper. I just wanted to get this shot. It's really very existential, I think. So you just walk away from the game. You continue, you go and see how far the landscape can go until you start falling to infinity, or okay, I'll just stop. The next thing we can do is add an inventory item. So in our Godot editor, we already mentioned that we have this extra item here in our item icons, the assets, item icons. We have our potion, of course, and we also have the scroll. To implement the scroll in our story, all we need to do is create a variable for it. So let's first of all change this back to clear. Refetch. Good. I don't like this particle thing. And all we need to do now is add a variable for the scroll. The variable must be a boolean. It basically must be like the have potion one. So it must be a boolean, and it must start with the prefix have. So have scroll. Since these are the instructions we've given to our function that handles our variable changes in our main script, you can obviously have your own protocol regarding variable names. Now we need to add the scroll somewhere, so let's create a branch for the scroll. She looks weak. What should I do? If we have the scroll, then give her the scroll. Give her the scroll. And she can say something like, detect pumpkins? Why will this help me in any way? And then we can lead the flow back to the healer potion. Giving scroll. Now we can simply check the order of these options and make sure the order is exactly as we want it to be. I don't know what to do, so we go here. Let's say we have the potion, and let's say we have the scroll. So give her the potion, let's say give her the scroll comes second, and then I don't know what to do. Okay, so we added the scroll. Now we go back to our executable. We fetch and play. Right, so play. Ask for help. Oh no, Tula again. Oh, by the way, we haven't added the scroll anywhere. So we have only, if you see what I did here, we have only checked whether we get the scroll, whether we have the scroll, but we haven't added the scroll. We haven't given the scroll to the player anywhere. So let's say here, can you give me another potion? Can you give me a potion? Right. So let's say here we have another element called, do you have any scrolls? So do you have any scrolls? And we can have Drake Miles. And yes, I'll just copy which one. So yeah, sure. Here's one. And let's make sure we don't repeat this. So if we give it a branch and say give scroll, and we say if not, visit give scroll, giving scroll, not giving scroll, give scroll. So if not visits give scroll, then we can ask for the scroll. So here's one, and what we now need is some arcscript that changes the value of the scroll variable. So have scroll becomes true. So here's one, have scroll becomes true. And then we can finish this by just adding the tag, properties, add string field, tag, dialog end. And back to play mode start for the sake of testing this in Arcweave, in Arcweave's play mode. Now I think we've done everything we needed to do. Let's refresh and restart. Let's play. We casually approach the healer. Hello there, stranger. Welcome to the Temple of Tula. Ask for help. Oh no, no Tula again. Do you have any scrolls? Do you have any scrolls by any chance? Whoops. Sure, here's one. And the dialogue is finished. Now, if we ask for help, we will also get the potion. Here, take this healing potion. And now let's walk away, or just walk away, and approach Wanda. Help me, stranger. I am wounded. Examine her. She looks weak. What should I do? Give her the potion, give her the scroll. I don't know what to do. So let's give her the scroll. Detect pumpkins. Why will this help me in any way? The healer, potion. Hang on, I'll be back with help. So yeah, be quick. And now we can examine her again, give her the potion. And she gulps it down, 99% health. Excellent. Finally, to wrap all this together, let's see the case where we have two or more versions of the same story in Arcweave, and we want to be able to quickly swap from one to the other. So I have set up my original and an altered version of the healing temple. So this is my original version. And I also have the other one. So let's copy this hash, put it here, and I can save, restart, fetch, and now these are the colors we had before. And it has the dialogue as we know it. Now, if I want to swap to my other version, all I need to do is get the altered versions hash, which I can just have in a text file. Copy that. Paste it in my project hash field. And refetch. And we can see now that we have the project name is Healing Temple Altered Version. And we've come to the end of this tutorial series on Arcweave's plugin for Godot Game Engine. I hope all this was useful. As I mentioned in the last episode, feel free to ask your questions on our Discord. I'll be there to answer questions and help you implement your vision using Arcweave and Godot. If you find these tutorials helpful, please subscribe to Arcweave's official YouTube channel. You can find us, the Arcweave team, hanging out on our Discord server, and of course you can follow Arcweave on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I'm Yannis from Arcweave. Thank you for watching, and let the games begin.